because all I do is care for our fucking family and bust my ass off every fucking day, but I don't get a thank you or nothing. I don't get anything. All these dishes, all the cleaning, all the extra work that I do, nothing. Because it's not your way. You control every fucking situation in our lives. And I am fucking fed up and done.
Sounds like an unappreciative man. Instead of recording, you should have been trying to console him. Baby, men like to be appreciated and feel loved too. In relationships, it's a two-way street. So stop always taking and not giving. Don't be like these internet blockheads and lose your relationship. Girl, go in there and check on your man, because he sound like he been complaining about this shit for a long time and you still on that bullshit. So go handle your business, baby girl.
So I'm like out here in a real small town, rural area in Oklahoma, and everyone out here is married. So finding someone to even like that is single just isn't even a thing. So I know we're not doing online dating on the apps, but I was like, how else am I supposed to meet someone? So I got on it. Yeah, nah, we're back to not doing that.
And a lot of these modern women are continuing to say, oh, I want a man to be bold. I want a man to grow some. I want a man to, just be a man. Just do it, regardless of what I'm doing. Just go out there and take a risk. But it seems like men are the only one taking a risk nowadays in dating. And that's the way that modern women want it. I want you to take all of the risk. Show me. And then if you meet my standards, we'll see. It's not even a, yes, this is the way we're going. It's, we'll see. I've got Chad and Tyrone that I like to go back to.
And this is what I caution women in when they try to say, well, I'm using masculine, and we'll get into that later, right?
Yes, different subject.
You're imitating something and you don't really know the rules and laws to it. Because when a woman thinks that she's saying the same thing as a man, she's not saying the same thing as a man. Absolutely. We have a way of communication and we have a natural ranking system.
Right.
And in the natural ranking system that you're unaware of, there's things that I wouldn't dare say to certain men. Right? I wouldn't dare say it. And there's certain tones that I wouldn't dare say unless I'm ready to him or be.
Wow.
But you other people who are pretending, they're coming with these tones and with these things and with this force, and they don't realize that the only reason our alarm is going off, that we're not crashing out, as you say, is because they're not actually a man. But you're triggering them. Because no man would say that to a man.
Women don't feel safe with masculine men. They feel safe with men that they can control. A man that a woman can't control is often very masculine. And the nature of how that works is, that's the man that exposes you to your vulnerabilities the deepest. And here's what's beautiful about that. That means that he brings you closest to yourself and the beauty that inspires greatness in man. But a lot of women don't have a very strong relationship with that part. So what ends up happening is they see the masculine man, they either run or try to shut it down, like it's something they're up against. But ultimately what it does elicit is a lot of insecurities and inadequacies in relationship to that feminine essence. And this was also true for men. They see a really feminine woman, man, do you think they want anything to do with that? That means they have to man up. No, they're looking for the thing that they can control. And often what we can control is what doesn't make us feel any inadequacy or insecurity in relationship to it. There's a feeling of familiarity. There's a comfort in knowing how this story is going to end.
A lot of times these men, my God, they have to audition for no reason. Not doing it. Why do I have to audition for you? Why do I have to prove myself to you? But you never have to prove yourself to me. I mean, God dog, y'all want men to be leaders, but then you let them get all the way down the street and you never even give him any support. What CEO, what boss in what company is going to be like, yeah, I'm going to carry this entire company on my back the entire way, and say, you know what, I don't need no help. I don't want no support. Which one? Nobody. Give that man some help.
A lot of heterosexual men don't like women.
A lot of straight men want access to women's bodies. They're not actually attracted to women outside of what they can use them for sexually.
Men don't like women. This is just allowing women to avoid accountability even further. Men don't like women because women are unlikable. The women that the culture industry produces in the modern era are fucking unlikable. Well, what about the fact that women seem to just select for men that don't like women and only objectify women? Not pandering for a woman's approval, not deferring to a woman for her evaluation. This is a signal of high value and high status. This is what women select for. So it seems to me that female mating preferences have something to do with this, huh? Goes even deeper than that. Marrying for romantic love is an experiment that is only 100 years old. Before this, men and women got married as a form of alliance. It was an economic decision. This idea of marry your best friend and process all of your feelings together for the rest of your life is a 100-year-old concept. If you zoom out on human history, that is a fucking blink of the eye. Historically, men have had other male companions and community and tribe. These are low effort relationships. The relationship that women claim to want in a marriage, the problem is that they want all of their boxes checked. This is already arbitrary. And then the boxes change, the goalposts move. You cannot satisfy a woman. The way that women want to be loved is a function of how much love they think they can get. And then once they get it, they need more. Do you not understand the mechanism? But back to how women are unlikable, bro. They have self-justifying desires and their feelings are automatically fact. They blame men for everything and then they sell therapy to men for failing to love them correctly.
And, you know, a lot of these modern women are upset that men aren't really asking them out anymore. You know, it seems like, you know, when I was in my 20s or my early 30s, men seem to be asking me out. They seem to be more interested. What's going on? And even in your mid 20s, right? You might not have as many men or the men that you want asking you out. Well, if you don't have the men asking you out that you want, that might have to do with how you present yourself. Number one. Number two, if you have men asking you out, but not as frequently, then, you know, that might just be them. But it also might be that, you know, a lot of these men feel like maybe the juice isn't worth the squeeze. I got to sit up here and I got to, honestly, I got to tap dance. I got to perform. What are we doing here? Do you like me or not?
I need a psychologist to come on here and connect the dots for me because I feel like I have dots right now and I just need you to connect them.
She basically says that like women are all about these things where men yearn for women. Movies, books, stories, whatever. And she says it's because men don't yearn for women. With all due respect or disrespect, however you take it, are you worthy of being yearned over? Yearned for? Probably not. At least not by the type of men who want to yearn for you. And that's not like a personal attack on this lady. It's just in general, women for like a decade now have basically said that men are evil. Men are the cause of everything that's wrong in the world. They're gross. They're creepy. And as tough as you may think men are or aren't, they want to be loved also. The word relationship, by definition, is between two people. A relationship where one man yearns over you and you are indifferent or waiting to be yearned on and don't return any of that is the kind of creepy things that you don't want.
At no other point in human history have women had more freedom, have had more rights, have had more privileges, have had more comfort, have had more access to education, have had all these benefits. And it also correspondingly and coincidingly, at no other point in human history have women had more hatred, more contempt for men. At no other point in human history have women been less grateful for the bounty which is almost exclusively bestowed upon you by benevolent men.
What are we talking about?
You say, well, women are oppressed. Women have equal rights to men. Women have more freedom. They have more choice. They have more privilege, more benefits, more comfort. Almost all the comforts that you and I enjoy is because of the genius and the labor of men.
Oh, goodness.
It's look, everything you take for granted.
Oh, my God.
Everything you take for granted, I'm telling you.
And modern women, they get wrapped up in this fantasy where they want men to continue to beg and plead like they say, carry out a boombox or something like that in a window at 12 o'clock at night. I guess it would be midnight. So, and wake up the whole neighborhood with a boombox. So I really love you, and playing slow jams and, you know, baby, baby, stay with me, and all those other love songs that, you know, one guy had like a TikTok or something like that, to where he was essentially saying, he was kind of, you know, poking fun at some of these R&B songs where women say, oh man, where are the men who yearn? And the songs they were talking about, men yearning in, the men had cheated. I did you wrong, I cheated on, and the women love that. Men are just saying, no, that's not me, man. That's not me. I don't do that type of stuff. I don't get involved in that type of stuff. Number one. Number two, it ain't no reason for me to continue to try to prove myself and try to, every single time, it's always me having to say sorry. It's always me having to apologize, because I'm always the one doing wrong. You never take any accountability, man.
So I'm giving up on this female generation. I got a girl's number last night. I text her today, like a gentleman. Today was nice to meet you. She said, which one are you? Weird thing to say. So I'm the one that got your number outside of the bar last night. She said, I gave my number to about 10 dudes. It's my sister in Christ. You don't say that, you weirdo. I didn't know what to say, so I just said, I was the black one. She said, oh, how was I? I got defensive. I said, the is that supposed to mean? She went, well, usually I'm just not into black dudes. I said, well, last night you were. Last night you were. I rode the lie. She said, what's your Instagram? So I blocked her.
Morgan Wallen, you have 10 minutes to respond to this message before I go and walk down the aisle. It's not too late. Let me know.
Let me know. Wait a minute. So let me get this straight. You are 10 minutes away from walking down the aisle, and what's on your mind at that point in time is a celebrity that doesn't even know you exist. Not the man that proposed to you, not your family and friends that showed up to support you, not the fact that you are about to commit to this man for the remainder of your lifespan. You are sending a message out to a celebrity that doesn't even know you exist. And the message you want to send to him is, if he's willing and ready to accept you, or if he wants you, you will call off the whole wedding right then and there. Some of y'all deserve to be lonely in the worst way. And the funny thing is, I looked in the comments, there's a couple people saying, oh, it's a joke. That's not a joke you play on your wedding day. And then you posted it for the world to see. I hope that man divorces you, because that's disrespectful. I don't care what anybody says. That's disrespectful. On my wedding day, I'm probably, palms are sweaty, I'm nervous, and my wife is in a completely different room making a video to a celebrity that doesn't know she exists and saying to him, I'm willing to call off this wedding if you want me. I hope your husband sees the light and divorce you. I'll be honest with you, because the level of disrespect is just, it's outrageous, unattainable. It's just sickening, to say the least. But you know what? Fortunately for you, you ain't got to listen to shit I'm saying, because I'm just a normal guy. Yeah, keep the change.
Mr. Nevins, you're a good dude. You walked into a ready-made family as a young person, and for your efforts, you got derision, you got anger, you got a jealous woman chasing you around, and an STD. She doesn't appreciate you, sir. She's got you babysitting her kids while she's going out all night. She's wondering why you can't be more of a father to the children she created with other men. She wants to know why she can't get more of your money when she's got a couple of child support checks coming in and a disability check, and she wants to know why you can't part with more of your check. Do you see what I'm telling you?
I see it.
Well, ain't nothing free, Your Honor. He's not finna just be with me just because, he's gonna have to help out because
I'll pay all the bills, so
Your Honor, he does not.
I'll pay all the bills and get
Mr.
her
Nevins,
money,
did you understand what I'm telling you? I'm not talking to her because I don't think she could hear me. I'm talking to somebody who I think can hear me. Can you hear me?
I know.
Am I saying anything that your family's ever told you?
Yeah, they tell me that every time I see them.
I don't know them, they don't know me, but we're both telling you the same thing. What does that tell you?
Keep your family out your business.
Maybe I need to find a
Mr.
better
Nevins,
choice.
if you were my son, I would tell you to run. I would.
what? Look, today I did not feel like going to the gym. And I was like, I gotta stay committed to what I committed to. So 4 times a week, I got a schedule. My trainer is my accountability. Because if I don't have a schedule, it's easy for me to pass on it. But when I know my trainer's there, I gotta show up. Even when I want to go to sleep and take a nap. Even when I want to curl up and between some legs. I gotta stay committed.
Single men, help me out here, okay? Leave it in the comments, DM me, whatever you're most comfortable with. I actually want your opinion, believe it or not. Your opinion counts just as much. I'm trying to get to the bottom of this. My question is, what do you think is holding men back from wanting to go to a singles event? Do you think that men think they will look desperate? Do you think men are scared of rejection? Do you think it's a pride thing? Please tell me. I would love to know the opinion on the male end, because I'm really trying to kind of crack the code here. Like, what would it take for you men to feel more motivated to come to a singles event? So let me know in the comments. Thank you.
You said you're very religious, though.
Yeah, so I do believe in God strongly, even though I know what I'm doing isn't in line with that. I do believe in him, and I know what I'm doing is wrong, but I do consider myself to be very religious.
So you can believe in God, believe in religion or whatever, but I don't know if you can take the label very religious. Yeah. Because you would agree that people can struggle financially and not turn to work.
Yeah.
So your desire for material through your work is contradictory to religion.
Mm-hmm.
So you might believe in God, but I don't think you're very religious.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't follow the beliefs, so if that's what being very religious means, then I guess I'm not.
Yeah.
But I do believe in God and everything he says, but I don't.
Well, you know who else believes in God and everything he says? The devil believes in God and everything he says, but he lives his life exactly opposed to it.
Mm-hmm.
So who is your God? You are your own God, because your desires, your life is more important than his commandments and his desires for your life.
And them teeth might look good with them veneers, but baby, that breath smell like somebody passed away in y'all mouth and took a afterwards. I smelled that breath recently. I never really knew what the veneer breath was about, because I don't really know too many people that got veneers, but I smelled that recently, and I wish I hadn't. Ooh, I wish I hadn't. I still remember that. Ooh. Y'all be giving up on y'all teeth so fast, baby. You do not have to run and go get no veneers. Just take care of y'all teeth. It's not that hard. The second that y'all get tired of brushing y'all teeth, y'all be like, I'm finna just go get some veneers. That's gonna solve everything. Veneers ain't gonna fix that breath. I can tell you that right now. If anything, it's gonna make it worse. A lot of y'all can't even remember the last time y'all went to the dentist. That's the problem. Y'all gotta just get a better dental regimen. Start brushing y'all teeth twice a day. Get you a water flosser. Make sure you scrape that tongue. Make sure you mouthwash. And go on about y'all day. Y'all don't gotta get them veneers. It's not that serious.
Attractive women, they know they're attractive and they monetize it. They capitalize on it. They do very well for themselves. They don't need a man for a long-term relationship. Less attractive women often go the other route. They pursue education, careers, degrees. They spend their 20s and 30s chasing ambition, and unfortunately many miss their biological window to have family. But then they hit their 40s, and after years of saying that all men are useless and how they want to be independent, they're not exactly at the top of the dating market by that point.
I don't think women are built to deal with men's emotions.
But I handle yours.
Sometimes.
Sometimes? What do you mean?
I'm not saying you don't listen. That's not what I'm saying. A man is very afraid to share all of his emotions with his wife because there is a cost to it.
How so? What
If
cost?
I tell you that I'm scared or I'm nervous or something in the business has me shook, in the moment you might be like, hey, that's okay. But deep down inside, there's a part of you that starts to feel unsafe. And that shows up in different ways. It'll start to show up in the lack of connection. It'll start to show up in going to old patterns because you're trying to protect yourself. Sometimes I'm afraid to tell you if there's financial issues or the business isn't running the way it could be, because if I create scarcity or fear in you, then I also have to clear that up. It creates more work for me.
Yeah.
So sometimes I would rather not say anything at all. And this is why so many men just choose not to talk.
Top 3 of the dumbest things you'll hear in the manosphere. Number 1, just focus on your purpose and the woman part will take care of itself. Now, there's an element of truth here. You should absolutely focus on your purpose. But just because you magically have become high value doesn't mean girls will just appear in your apartment. You still have to go out there, do the work, talk to girls, and work on your game. This part will not just magically take care of itself just because now you're a high value guy. Number 2, avoid single moms. And this relies on the assumption that a single mom will always try to get you to raise her kid for you. Wrong. Most single moms don't even want you to meet the kid, right? They want to keep that part of their life separate, so you have nothing to worry about. And number 3, if she goes to flakes, it's because a better option came along. Yes, that might happen some of the time, but more often than not, if she goes to flakes, it's because she wasn't feeling it, or she has a stomach ache, or she just wants to stay home and watch Gossip Girl.
I thought you was gonna be an hour ago. Like, it's 11 o'clock. You said you get off at 10. Where you been? Like, you ain't even bring no food. It's a shoe in it. You ain't been working that doggone hard. Ain't you been off an hour? You had time to put the shoe on. And since you want to throw her up, yeah, she needs some Pampers and she needs some food. Something that apparently I don't need since you didn't bring me none. The grass needs to be cut. It's growing up. The weeds growing up. You don't never do nothing around here. She's gonna give her another outfit. She let work out a new outfit, so I can't get an outfit. I need some makeup too. Like, you want me to look good? I'm making a noise too. Like, I really need you to go take it and get it checked out, because I don't know why my car doing that, but like, yeah, I need that ASAP. You ain't cleaned out. Hey, you ain't did nothing that I asked you to do. Like, we sit up here looking like we motherfucking homeless because you won't go cut the grass. We need some new sheets for the bed. Like, I'm sick of this too. Like, and then the rent, dude, when did you gonna pay the rent? Because we ain't paid again. You know I don't want no motherfucking
Shut up!
I think nice guys finish last.
I'd say they don't even get a spot in the race.
No, I think nice guys win at a certain time and at a certain age.
That sounds like they do finish last with extra wording.
I think it takes a nice guy, good foundation, and then meeting a girl at that time who's like, I'm looking for certain qualities for the rest of my life.
I wanted to make this video to try and translate this message to women. This is how a man will interpret this. He has to wait his turn while you go off and have all these different relationships with other men, because what he offers right now, which may be a good foundation, is not something she's accommodating on her current relationship timeline. During this time, she'll have an endless string of possibly bad relationships with plenty of drama and toxicity. When you're finally done playing games, you're going to show up on his doorstep with an endless baggage of trauma for him to unravel and deal with. I've sometimes heard women say, if you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. This is kind of a similar scenario. You didn't want him back then, so can you see how unfair it is to expect him to want you now? A relationship forming is only dependent
fucking happen, or to make that so that I can feel safe being able to look as I do.
Every time I talk to married men, they're trying to convince me not to get married. How is it that you have the woman of your dreams, but you convincing other men not to get married? Most men that's married don't want to be married, or they got married for the wrong reasons. They didn't get married because they genuinely wanted to. They got married because they just thought that was just the next steps that they were supposed to do. And then every time we have a conversation, they're trying to push me away from marriage. And then they're surprised by my response, because I'm heavy on I want to get married. I'm heavy on men being married. Only if these men's wives knew how they was talking about marriage behind their backs.
Because every female knows what they're doing. When they get into like a hoe phase, they're sleeping around. It doesn't hurt them to go and do so, but they learn from their lesson.
I think the opposite. So women have oxytocin. And oxytocin is a peer bonding chemical that's released in the brain when a woman has right? So it allows you to pair bond with your mate. So if a woman is out there being promiscuous, it's a higher likelihood she's not going to be able to pair bond with her future guy. And not only that, it's something about hypergamy, right? Hypergamy just means that women tend to date either across or above in social hierarchy statuses, right? When a woman gets with one guy, 5'8", he making $50,000 a year, it's cool. He got 6 inches. Then she gets with a nigga that's 6'4", that's making $300,000 a year. And that's packing 10. She got a taste of Himothy. Now she can't date down. She's not even gonna respect them dudes anymore.
As soon as I found out about it, I terminated both of them immediately. One of the things I've gotten so much criticism of online was when I publicly shared a TikTok about firing somebody because I found out that she was cheating on her significant other, and the other person also had a significant other. And as soon as I found out about it, I terminated both of them immediately.
Wait, someone was cheating with someone in the company?
Yeah.
Oh, and they both had partners?
Both had partners outside of the company. As soon as I caught wind of it, it wasn't even like a split-second decision. I can't have this in my environment, especially somebody close around me. People trust me and should trust any leader to help them make their success easy.
One would say that's none of your business what they're doing when they go home.
Not to get into specifics of the particular event, but it happened to be around work.
But if it wasn't at work, you still wouldn't
Even
make
if it was, I would fire the person immediately.
So you'd fire someone for cheating?
If they're going to cheat on the person that they're supposed to spend the rest of their life with, do you think that they're cheating on their work? That person is a liability to the environment.
People have things in their personal life which are very different to the way that they show up professionally, though. People do all kinds of things in their personal life.
It's terrifying.
I don't consider that to be my business.
Oh, it's absolutely my business. If somebody has a problem in their personal life, they're the same person that shows up to work.
Listen, the way that I see it is if I expand the scope of my concerns, I'm going to get nothing done. I don't want to be the government of your personal situations as well. As long as it doesn't show up in the office.
I can't bifurcate and put in two separate buckets what somebody's doing at home and think that what they're doing at home and the confusion and the distraction isn't going to bleed over into our environment. And I would be willing to bet, and curious on your perspective of this, those people that you found out where there are different situations and different problems in their personal life, they actually do show up in their work.
Good afternoon. So it's been brought to my attention that a lot of you don't know that y'all are simps. I could tell by the way that y'all are writing so many paragraphs in my comments. I'm not reading that SSN, not Social Security, super simp. Yeah, that's y'all. But I'm gonna get into it a little bit. I'm gonna make y'all day a little bit worse to show y'all why the you the game up. It's like, oh, I'm a simp because I want to fill up a girl's fridge I like. Yeah, nigga, you're a simp. I'm gonna tell you why. That same girl whose fridge you trying to fill up just had her mouth filled up with. And to make matters even worse, stupid dumb, the that filled her mouth up with didn't fill up her fridge, didn't fill her passport up with some stamps, didn't even fill her stomach up with some food. He filled her mouth up with $87, $89, $93 worth of. That's gas if y'all ain't know. Yeah, the same. Y'all make 2s and 3s feel like they 10s, and y'all make whores feel like they're pure when y'all do that stupid. These out here for free, and here you come along trying to make feel higher than what they are. Y'all want to fill up fridges when really y'all filling up egos for real. Just be whack, and then they come around real with all that. Oh, I just with that dude. We seen the T-app. No, you don't. You got doodle stains in their pants. We seen all them dirt y'all was posting. Cut this. You sit. Don't know that y'all are simps because y'all don't got friends around. Y'all was raised by single mothers. Y'all don't have no riz. Y'all don't know how to talk. Y'all don't play for the Memphis Grizzlies. Look at you trying to fill up her fridge and the probably never gonna link you. She using you because she's giving a she like puss for free. Stupid. And that's why y'all sitting always end up on the news for choking the out because you spend all this money on her and she don't give you no puss and y'all be tight. That's why y'all be up here getting choked the out. Have a blessed day, dry empty wallet.
Another question I get asked is, Sincere, how do I stop blinking when I'm boxing? That's just one of those things that it just comes with time. I would say probably spar more just because you can put yourself in position to where you're used to people throwing punches at you. Because a lot of times people just not used to getting punches thrown at them. So when somebody do a quick movement and somebody throw a punch at you, you blink and you flinch. And that's just your body, that's your body's natural reaction. But it's definitely not wise to overly blink while you boxing, because if you got somebody that's hella quick, you're gonna be like, damn, they could punch you like while you're blinking and you won't even know. You'll be like, damn, what was that? I just blinked and I got hit. So that's definitely something that you want to get over. Now, can you forcefully get over it? I would say sparring, but for the most part, the longer you do boxing, it's just gonna come natural. But yeah, hope that helps.
Only 9% of men on dating apps are not looking for commitment. 9%. Let that sink in. We've built this entire narrative around the idea that men on dating apps are not committal, that they're there for one thing. But my research says otherwise. 9% means that 91% are open to commitment. So where is this narrative coming from? Bad experiences ring really loud. One bad experience with a man can color someone's experience with the next 10. We have convinced ourselves that dating apps aren't a place for people who are serious, that it's all casual and disposable. The dating apps aren't broken, but your assumptions might be.
You ever look at your girl and realize, I have to get rich now? I have to get rich now. Like, it's not even optional at this point. You know, like, this isn't the kind of woman that can be out here splitting the bill with me at the Olive Garden. Okay? You know, she asked me what I wanted for my future the other day, and I said, ma'am, I want to financially match your face. Okay, I want to casually say, let's go, when she mentions a weekend trip to Italy. You know, this isn't the type of woman you surprise with a Costco run. This is the kind of woman you surprise with a trip to the airport. Okay? Like, this is a woman that deserves a house with stairs. Roses on a Tuesday for no apparent reason. Okay? And, you know, it's not that I'm insecure. It's just that I'm painfully self-aware. You know, she's out here glowing, and I'm wearing the same 5 t-shirts I've had for the last 7 years.
We should just get back together because none of this is working out.
Call an Uber, go to a hotel, do anything.
I can't. I don't have any money. I'm stuck and I'm like gonna be homeless tonight if you don't let me in.
How'd you get here?
I literally walked because he has my car keys.
Why does he have your car keys?
Because he's an asshole.
But you left me for him.
I didn't leave you. You fucking kicked me out. Because you were so fucking jealous. That's not what... I'm trying to fucking talk to you about where we're going. And I think we should just get back together because...
No, 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 no.
No, 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 no!
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
And you know, you have a lot of these men out here that are just regular guys. They're quiet, they're disciplined, and a lot of times because they don't yap about and holler and scream, that's why they get overlooked. Because modern women, they're looking for what they would call an alpha, a double alpha. I'm looking for a lion. Roar and make me hear you. Let me hear you. And so Chad and Tyrone are out there roaring. Just roar, roar, roar. As a matter of fact, Chad and Tyrone, well, sometimes they do, to be fair. But their roar is not even all that. At all. But they go ahead and stand behind a lion that actually know how to do it. And, you know, while they stand in front of a lion that actually knows how to roar. And then when the women look over, is that him? That must be him. And they think, oh, that's Chad roaring like that. He's got something. And they go over there messing with him. When really, actually, honestly and truly, it was the good man. It was a stable man. It was a regular guy that had his stuff together that was roaring like that. But modern women can't distinguish. They can't tell the difference because Chad and Tyrone look good. And that's really all they're looking at. Modern women don't like to tell you, but they're just as lustful as men are. They're filled with lust the same way that men are.